and gifted pearl is the lilac purple there. Okay, so you're hoping for blues and purples from your oysters as well. So oyster number 1, you've got a light double pop there. Donated pearl on the anklet. Okie dokie, I'll write that down in a moment, that's not a problem. So there's your mother of pearl. You can see there's no pearls on that side. And in here, there's no more in that one. So you've got a bright pink. Quite a nice bright bold pink with this one. Slightly two-tonal, as you can see. He's got lighter and brighter areas around there. And if I just write down with the anklet, we're going to have the lilac. Okay, I'll leave it in the sand for now, but I'll take it out after. Your next oyster, you've got a softer pop. And in here there's a little bit of a pearl blister towards the top, but there's definitely no pearls in there. And if we have a squidge in here, you have got 1, 2, 3, and there's no more in that one. Now I don't know if I didn't see, I don't think another one did run down. No, so you have got triples. Oh no, there's one back here. I was going to say, I thought I heard another sort of little clink when something hit, but I couldn't see it. Okay, so you are quadding instead, my lovely. So colour wise here, you've got a darker gunmetal grey, you've got a autumn peach, a gold, and a chocolatey purple. So in some lights he's more purple, in some lights he's more chocolate. Moving on to your next oyster. Again, light pop there. Oh, and you've got a runaway there. So there's your mother of pearl. Your runaway is a blurple pearl. And there's no more in that one. So this blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. Now he does look very solid, possibly the slightest bit of two-tonalness. Yeah, there is actually. You can see almost like a darker line of that blurple coming through there. Moving on to your next oyster. Slight light double pop. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now straight at the top here, if I peel that back, you can see a pearl nestled in there. So if I have a squidge, and I have a squidge in here, there's no more in that one. So again, let me dry this up for you. Yep, these are real pearls. They're cultured pearls. These ones are dyed, so these are not natural colours, they are dyed pearls, but they are real, yes. Okay, so this one here is a two-tonal darker gunmetal grey. So again, you can see lighter and darker areas. This one does have a little bit of an imperfection there. So obviously because they are real, it's not a man-made product, so some of them do have little imperfections, little dents sometimes. It's just the way that it is sort of grown. Okay, but again, if you're not happy with that, we can swap it for you, so just let me know and I can either colour match or obviously swap it for a different colour. Your next oyster, Rachel, quite a nice lighter sharp pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And again, I can see a slight peeper there. Quite a nice dark pearl. So if I have a squidge in here, there's no more in that one. And he looks to be a darker silvery chocolate. So you can definitely see almost like a mottled effect with the silver and the chocolate there. So I've popped him on the top alongside the other single pearls. Moving on to your last oyster, Rachel. Soft pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Straight away we've got a green pearl there, so if I have a squidge in here for you, and there's no more in that one. Okay, so if I go through all of these pearls for you, and then you can let me know what you think. If you'd like to swap any of them, my lovely, we can do so, or if you're happy with these, then of course that's perfect. Your green is slightly two-tonal. Again, he's got that, actually he's got some grass green on him, so he's apple green and a grass green two-tonal pearl there. So you've got the darker gunmetal grey, lilac purple, bright pink, blurple and the chocolate silver, gunmetal grey, autumn peach, gold, chocolate silver and then apple green. If I run them through the board, your two-tonal chocolate silvers, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Your blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. The pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Lilac purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the darker is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. With the 4 pearl oyster, the darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. The autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Your gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the chocolatey silver is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Last but not least, the green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he is an 8.5. Now I'm going to take the lilac purple away because you've already chosen that you'd like to have that on the anklet. So I can pop that on there. So regarding